Yes, sir, and we are back again with another episode of From Downtown. It's hot as hell. Today is May 6th, 2024, and we are going to hop straight into it, talking about some goddamn MLB baseball for today. Today, a lot of the games that, not even a lot of the games, only one game has started so far, and that's the Giants and the Phillies. Right now, I don't know the exact score. I'm gonna let you know. It's 1-5. The Phillies are up right now, 5-1, and I think that this game is going to end Phillies' way, and this is going to be a very, very tough game for the Giants to get back into, especially if nobody hits one out the goddamn park. But next game that I want to talk about really is the Angels at the Pirates, which is at 5:41, as well as the Padres at the Cubs at 6, and the Mets at the Cardinals at 6:46. Before we start hopping on our bandwagon for basketball today, honestly, I think the Angels are playing better. I think the Angels are starting to find their footing as a baseball team. As a whole, I feel like most of the time that the people that we have, or they have, in their bullpen and their starting rotation kind of lost games for them. But now it's the offense, and I feel like, when Trout was healthy, Ohtani was here, the offense was autonomous. It was able to work by itself, and I feel like a lot of them, the team now, a lot of the Angels now, like Taylor Ward, the fucking kid's name, I can't say the last name, Schnoll or Schnell, something like that. There's some great Nolan Shearer, whatever. But like, there's some great hitters there. But I feel like it takes a lot more than just being a great hitter to get in runs. As you can tell with Trout and fucking Ohtani being there, it takes your bullpen actually holding teams from scoring. And if you can hold teams from scoring, I feel like a lot of these games that the Angels are getting close to winning, it'll definitely be a win. I look at it as if like the Knicks and the Pacers. So it's like two teams that might score a lot of fucking points, but it's hard to stop them because they necessarily don't play great defense. Like, it's like that type of thing in baseball. It's like, shit, you do a lot to stop teams from scoring, but you don't do a lot to score for yourself. And it's fucked up to say, but it's crazy. It's crazy work. But like I said, the Pirates are pitching Mitch Keller tonight. The Angels are pitching Tyler Anderson. The pitching duel-wise, I would like to say that Mitch Keller wins. The Pirates are looking better from a starting pitcher perspective. The bullpen is still kind of... The bullpen is fucking amazing. Jared Jones and a lot of those guys over there find a way to always get the shit done. Yeah, I think the Pirates can win this game. But like I said, the Angels are on the up and up and playing way better than what they have been in the past. So the things that I know could be... I guess the things that I know that could be used is the fact that the Pirates shouldn't score. They shouldn't score for three to four runs. I don't know, but they shouldn't score 3 to 4 runs. But like, at the end of the day, I feel like the Angels keep it closer. I just feel like if they lose by 2. They lose by 1. Next game, like I said, I want to talk about is Yu Darvish going back to Chicago and facing his old team, or the team that he started with. I think Yu Darvish played the Cubs last year as well, twice. And I don't really remember how the statistics look for those games, but I know he pitched well in at least one. And I think that tonight we kind of see that again. Justin Steele is on the mound for the Cubs, so looking at Justin Steele to be one of those guys that pitch the contact, but he's going to get hit hard tonight. Pause against the Padres. Big bats, and just I feel like if Padres touch the ball, it's dangerous. Like, the power in their lineup is fucking amazing, especially with the addition of Luis Arias. And I'm not even talking power there, just contact, just hitting in general. Luis Arias is probably one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter in baseball right now. And I just mean all around hitting, not power, not looking for contact. I'm just talking about all around hitting. Luis Arias is damn near one of the best, and I feel like him leaving Miami probably turned him up way more than anything else. I think that most of the time, people like Justin, like those lefties that could could leave something hanging. They kind of get smashed, pause. But it's like I don't know. I just don't think it's an over type of game. So yeah, you do what you want with that. Last couple games that I want to talk about for the night is the Mets at the Cardinals. We were at another midweek series with the St. Louis Cardinals. I feel like we played them last week or 2 weeks ago, and we ended up going 2-1 against them, in which I feel like we do again this series, in which I feel like we start tonight off with a win with Sean Manaea on the mound. Right now, I think we're like 1-2 or 2-2 with Sean Manaea on the mound. His ERA is low enough for me. It's sub 4, so that's cool for me. You give up at least 2 to 3 runs every outing, but I mean, you're not our ace, or are you? I don't know. Kyle Gibson on the mound for the Cardinals there as well. This could also be another under type of game. The Mets have been looking like a good team offensively, but pitching wise, Sean Manaea kind of has to show me again tonight. Like I said, it's sub 4, which it doesn't mean like it's an amazing fucking pitcher. But he does pitch to get outs, and pitching to get outs, it saves you a lot of runs, unless it's a lot of home runs being hit out the park or extra base hits that allows runs to come in and runs to score from any area. Yeah. And the last game that I really want to talk about for tonight is the Texas Rangers at the Oakland Athletics. Alex Wood is on the mound for the Oakland Athletics, while Andrew Haney is on the mound for the Texas Rangers. Honestly, the Athletics have been playing great baseball. Brent Rooker has looked like one of the best hitting outfielders they have out there. It's just the fact it's the Oakland A's. Like, I don't think until they move to Vegas that anybody gives a hell what the Oakland A's do. Like, it don't matter if you win. They could make the playoffs. I think nobody cares. Like, they got to leave Oakland. And it's fucked up to say, but I think that a lot of the things that they were fucking up with last year, per se, like pitching rotation, bullpens, what else? I feel like they didn't even have a major league hitter last year like Tyler Nevin and Brent Rooker is right now. The Athletics, like I said, they have to leave Oakland to even be a valuable option for now. I feel like once they go to Las Vegas, you see the A's make the playoffs. You see them contend in the NL. You see them make strides to be a better baseball team. But they're not going to be a better baseball team in Oakland. I just feel like the fans, the management, the ownership is like, fuck, we have to leave Oakland. And leaving Oakland instills you leaving out some of your best players. And I mean, that's kind of what it's going to have to come down to. I mean, the A's have to become a team again. I just don't know what else to say. But other than that, that's all we have today for baseball from downtown. So we're going to hop straight into the NBA playoff games that we have for tonight. The first game of the series of the night as well is the Pacers going up against the Knicks. Knicks are home favorites right now, home team favorites, 5.5 points right now. I think that the Knicks win this game. But one thing that I would like to see here is that I want to see the Knicks. I don't know if the Bucks didn't play defense. This has been a conundrum since the beginning of us talking about the Bucks, the Doc Rivers Bucks. This has been a total conundrum of just figuring out what is it that makes the Pacers like roll like that. Like, they don't fucking play defense at all, but what allows them to run the fucking court and score at will as they do? Like, what allows that to happen? Like, I feel like the first game tonight should be like a filler, of course. This is a fill-out game just to see if the Knicks can keep up with the Pacers, and vice versa. Can the Pacers keep up with the Knicks when the Knicks are playing defense as one of the best teams in the East, playing defense? The Bucks didn't really show me anything defensively, and I don't know if that's because the stars were going, if Giannis was going, I don't know really what it was, but hopefully I don't see the Pacers keeping that type of momentum against the Knicks. So I could be wrong here, but I do think Jalen Brunson goes for another 25, 30-point game. Tyrese Halliburton is definitely a double-double monster. He can definitely give you 10 assists. The points the points tonight, I don't want to go too far with the points because I know that the Knicks are going to play defense. Like the Bucks weren't playing any type of defense to deter them from scoring, if that makes sense. Like they were playing defense to keep stars in check, and they probably kept Tyrese Halliburton in check, but I know they didn't keep Siakam in check, and they definitely didn't keep a lot of the others in check. You know, Nimhards, and like I just see Nimhard because he always had a big game. Like he probably didn't Aaron Nesmith. Like those guys don't fucking. You don't look at the stat sheet and say these are our superstars, right? But you do look at the stat sheet if you watch the game after watching the game and you're like, damn, he only had 8 points. It felt like he had 15. He only had 2 steals. It felt like he ripped the nigga down the court every time. He only had 1 block. It felt like he had 17 blocks. Like that's how it is when you watch Nesmith and Nimhard ball out. Like when they do what they're supposed to do, and Indiana is really a hard team to beat. I just feel like they got lucky, getting matched up with the Bucks, a team that they definitely had the upper hand on since the beginning of the year, before even playoffs. So I think going against the Knicks is going to show us a lot more about the Pacers, if they are a true team, a contending team or not. The play-in tournament kind of fucked them over as well, so I don't know. Last game that we want to talk about for tonight is the Timberwolves at the Nuggets. This series started over the weekend, in which Saturday I think Anthony Edwards fucked around and had a great game, 40 points. They beat the Nuggets. Jokic still fucked around and had 30, but it was a fucking tough 30. It was a 30 that I feel like can't be recreated from anybody else. Like Joel Embiid can probably give you that 25-30 range, but Jokic really had to work for it. And I mean, that was something that I feel like if that was a filler game for the Nuggets, I feel like they realize now the Timberwolves came out with their foot on their neck, and that's just what it was. The Timberwolves look like I'm not even going to say the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards looked like he was on a mission to prove that, they belonged. In that first quarter, when he came out and scored like 11 straight, 12 straight, some shit like that for the team, and like I think he had 12 points and the team had 4, and it was wild to see. Like, and even though the Nuggets finished that quarter winning the quarter, I think they finished winning the first quarter, but they were down like 16 in that first quarter at some point. Like they didn't even give at one point. It was like they were stuck in between like 12 and 14 points. I think it was like 12 and 16 points. It was a point in which I felt like they couldn't score, and I thought they weren't gonna get out of it, and they were gonna get blown out. But I was wrong. It's the Nuggets, a very efficient offense with a great offensive player and people around him that can score the ball at will. But I honestly think that the Nuggets win this game tonight because you don't get a bad first quarter out of the Nuggets like you did, and you don't get a bad first half out of Jamal Murray like you did. So looking there, I feel like the Nuggets end up winning this game tonight. The Timberwolves have actually played very well against the Nuggets in the regular season as well. I think they were 2-2 and they tied that series. But if Anthony Edwards doesn't have a big game tonight, I think the Nuggets win. It's Jokic. It's Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray doesn't have another bad game like that. Jokic doesn't have another game to where he has to be a facilitator more than a scorer. I feel like, I mean, he scored the ball. He had 32 points. He scored at will, but it still didn't do enough in my mind to warrant them just be winning. To warrant them winning that game. Like I said, like when you have somebody like Ant who kind of wills his way to win or wills his team to win, it's easy to rally behind as a sad player. You know me, I'm a sad player, so I'd be on the bitch most of the time. You show me one of the greats, and I'm gonna just follow the great. You know what I'm playing? But yeah, honestly, that's how I feel. I feel like Jokic has to be the killer. He has to be the one looking to kill. If you allow Anthony Edwards to be that person, Anthony Edwards is probably playing the best basketball in the playoffs right now. But if you allow that to keep happening, and it's going to kill you, and there's nothing we can do for that. But other than that, I think Jokic has a good game. I think Jamal Murray gives you at least 20 and maybe 6 rebounds, 6 assists. But Other than that, I think that the Nuggets win, but that's all I can say other than that, and that's all we have today for From Downtown. So lock in. We'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of From Downtown, probably from a new spot. I just marketed and what it is communicated with a new person today, and he was telling me about how he has a social media like fucking building down here. So we may be in a new spot by tomorrow. So you never know. But thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys then.